The Canon EOS Rebel T4i, or EOS 650D as it is also known, is a rare gem in the Rebel lineup. I will go over all the exterior buttons and functions along with the T4i's cosmetic advantages. Starting at the top of the T4i, we can see that it is the basic Canon DSLR setup. Features and buttons available here are, starting on the left, we can see the camera strap mount, and of course, on the opposite right also. Just to the right of that is the focal plane mark, that if you're too close to your subject while shooting close-up shots, then the focus confirmation light here will blink. Going to the right of this is the hot shoe with the flash sync contacts. Just forward from that is the microphone locations, which capture sound in stereo mode. And surrounding the hot shoe and the microphone area is the built-in pop-up flash assembly. Moving to the right is the mode dial, which includes a creative zone of 4 modes, including the program AE mode signified by P, the shutter priority mode AE signified by TV, the aperture priority mode AE signified by AV, and the manual exposure mode signified by the letter M. And the basic zone, which includes 3 modes that include the scene intelligent auto selection signified by A+, the flash off mode signified by the lightning bolt illustration, and the creative auto mode signified by CA. And I do understand you probably can't see these particular couple of buttons. And the image zone, which includes 7 preset modes, which include portrait, landscape, close-up, sports, night portrait, handheld night scene, and HDR backlight control modes. To the right of this spinning mode dial is the power switch, which includes the movie mode selection. Above or to the front of that mode dial is the ISO speed setting button. Just above that is the red eye reduction self-timer lamp. And to the right of that is the main dial to change your selected settings from within your menu. And lastly, on the top features and buttons is the shutter button. Taking a look at the front of the T4i's body, we can see the shutter button on the upper left. Next to that is the red eye reduction self-timer lamp again, which is visible from the top. And below that is the remote control sensor. Moving to the center of the camera, we see the EF lens mounting index, the lens contacts, the lens mount, the lens lock pin, the EFS lens mounting index, and the mirror on the inside of the unit. Not very visible from this angle is the flash button just to the right. Also not very visible is the depth of field preview button, but trust me, it is there. Next up is the obvious model number of the camera, and below that is the lens release button. Taking a look around to the side of the camera, we can see the flash button that was barely visible from the front, the side strap mounting bracket, and both access doors for the accessory plugins. With the access doors open, we can see the HDMI output terminal, the audio video output digital terminal, the remote control terminal, and the ever exciting external microphone in terminal. Jumping to the opposite side of the camera, we see the cover for the spring-loaded SD card slot. Barely visible here is the speaker location near the corner. All the top mounted buttons from earlier, the right side strap mount bracket, and the DC cord hole cover. Spinning around to the rear of the camera, we see the menu button for accessing the main screen. Let me reword that, for accessing the menu screen. The info button right next to that, in which displays camera information on the screen. The LCD monitor is touchscreen and actually swivels out like the T3i does and flips in, basically in essence protecting the screen when not in use. It's a good feature to have. Above the LCD screen is the eye cup. Inside that is the viewfinder eyepiece. Just above the eye cup is the display off sensor. And to the right of that is the dioptric knob to adjust the viewfinder's clarity. Just below that is the live view movie shooting button. Moving to the upper right corner is the AE/FE lock button, which doubles as the index reduce button. And next to that sits the AF point selection magnify button. Looking below is the speaker location. As far as the cluster buttons goes, don't get discouraged, it's not as bad as it seems. There is the aperture exposure compensation button. Below that is the quick connect button, which dubs as the direct print button. On the bottom of the camera there is a playback button. And just next to that is the erase button, or trash bin button. The area above that features the set button in the center, surrounded by the cross keys button, which are the white balance selection button, the picture style selection button, the drive mode selection button, and the AF operation selection button. On the bottom of the camera lies the unit's informational sticker, the tripod socket connection, and the battery compartment cover. That concludes the Canon T4i's buttons and features tutorial video. Subscribe for more and visit my channel for more videos and other models in the Canon and Nikon camera lines. Until next time, have a nice day.